The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to SWOONTOWER Soccer. I'm Mike Cragnola.
And I'm Steph Cragnola.
And we are all about the boys.
And Ray Romano.
That's right. Our dad.
Our new dad. I guess technically he's our grandpa.
Oh, sure, because he's the Moontower dad.
Yeah, he's the Moontower brand dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations again to Ray on joining us in this journey. It really means a lot to us to have you here on board.
Yeah. We went to the Meet the Players event this week, last weekend, and it was amazing. We worked hard. We worked our butts off just for y'all. It was really fun, and we got to ask the players a lot of questions. And we got some good insight. So we are going to spend the majority of our show today talking about that. We
were not allowed to record, and so you won't hear their little sniffles, but they were still just as cute as the puppies.
It's true. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Hey, we know that we would need like Cam's approval for an actual interview, but could you just like breathe heavy into my phone right now?
That gets you put on a list for sure.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Okay, great. Mike.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off. What was your favorite part of the event?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think my favorite part of the event was seeing all of our friends.
Yeah,
Is that a
nice.
cop-out?
A little bit.
Okay. My second favorite part of the entire event was Owen taking advice from you.
Yeah, that was fun. My favorite part of the event is the one sentence I said in Spanish that I practiced for the entire time we were in line waiting.
Do you want to show it off?
I will. When we get there.
Okay.
When we
That's a
naturally
teaser.
get there. Yeah, that's a teaser.
Yeah. So I think we should probably go in our chronological order because that's the way my brain works. This is how it happened, right? Other people may have gone to different spaces within the event at different times, but for us, we started in the field club.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I know it's been said on, a bunch of shows this week, but shout out to the club for really nailing the format this year. We were able to go to 3 different areas. Probably could have gone to a 4th if we didn't have so many friends. If we weren't so popular. No, but the line situation this year was so much smoother than years past.
Mostly in the shade.
Yes.
Which was awesome.
Yes.
There was one 10-minute moment in the sun for the whole day, and that was great.
Considering the first year we spent 2 hours in the sun.
Well, somebody had to meet Julio.
Yeah. We started in the field club, and that was great because we started off, we rode our bikes and it was hot. So starting off in the air conditioning was a really much needed way to kick off the event.
Oh, that's a good point. The one thing that I have a complaint with the club about is that they said that the bike valet would be available. And so we rode our bikes there expecting the bike valet, and it was not there.
No, it was not.
Ultimately not a gigantic deal. We just chained our bikes up where the bike valet would normally be. But it was still a disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Agree.
That said, I was glad that our bike valet friends didn't have to be out in the sun all day because those guys work hard, and it was a toasty one.
Oh gosh, it was. Yeah. So. Yeah, it was. So yeah, we started in the field club where I chugged a bottle of water way too fast. And Mike went to get a coffee where he ran into our first player highlight of the day.
Yeah, so I'm standing in line at the Merit coffee stand, waiting on an iced espresso, and Jean Kolmanich walks up to get his coffee before the event, and he ordered. We have this actually on good authority that this is his normal coffee order.
Yep.
But he said, "Hi, do you do macchiatos? Like the traditional way, like the real ones. And they were like, yeah, of course. And so he got super excited and was like, Swati, do you want a coffee? And Swatak just was not paying attention to him. But Jean was very pleased to get a macchiato, the traditional
one. While Mike was over there doing that, I watched Owen and Julio and Hader and whoever else was in that group. I stopped watching after Julio. Dessler and Bobby T walk by. It was a lot.
Did they walk the whole line?
No, they came out. So you know how we were like right at the elevators, basically?
Yeah.
They walked out the door. That was like a straight shot to the elevators.
Got it.
So they just like cut through right where I was standing, basically. Yeah. So we, that's how dedicated we were to getting the best intel for you. We didn't start at the Julio stand.
That's right.
But I was rewarded for that selfless behavior. So we first.
While we were in line, we did meet a couple of folks, a couple of listeners. And so I wanted to shout out to Teresa and Leo, who were in line and stopped to thank us for the show. And it was really nice just to talk about how, like, the show exists because sports are fun.
Yeah.
And it's really important every once in a while to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Not just when we're winning, although that is more fun, but like in general, this is entertainment.
Right.
And that was sweet.
Yeah, it's cool to hear because it's so important for us, but it's cool to hear that it's important for other people as well.
Yeah.
We like doing
crazy.
this. And yeah, I'm glad y'all like listening. It was really cool just through the day to see a lot of folks who listen to the show. It was so cool to meet all of you. And we actually had stickers, which was great.
Let's go.
We never do. So, all right. So we had a bunch of time in line to talk about our game plan. And we really decided to use this year as unofficial interviews.
Yeah. Sorry, Cam.
Sorry.
We cheated.
Do you think Cam listens?
Could he not? We're so good at this.
So the first person we met is Mirtu Uzuni, and he is sitting next to Basar Sabovic. And we asked Mirtu, who is your best friend on the team?
I was really expecting Danny because of the way that they're like constantly clowning.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure that was going to be the answer.
You know what I was expecting?
What?
We had it on what I thought was good authority that Basar Sabovic has never laughed or maybe even smiled in his life.
Yeah, that's true. We did get intel about that from inside the locker room.
However, he's funny.
Yeah, he is a like dry funny.
I think two things can be true. He can have never laughed and never smiled and also be hilarious.
Right. Yeah. That deadpan Bob Hope style.
So we asked
Which
him
is
to
famously, I think, an athlete's like personality.
Bob Hope. So we asked Mirtu, who's your best friend on the team? And immediately, like, we were not like at him yet. He was signing someone else's thing. And while he's signing someone else's thing, sorry to whoever that was, he holds up fingers like a gun to Mirtu's head.
Yeah,
and Mirtu says,
like,
him. Because he'll kill me if I say anyone else.
Yeah. And then obviously when we got to Beso and we asked him, he said, well, Mirtu, of course.
But like even before he said Mirtu just like leans over from signing someone else's thing. Sorry, everyone who was around us in line. And he said, better say me.
Yeah, they like we kept running into this, I think, throughout the night, right? Or throughout the day. And someone we were talking to afterwards was like, well, yeah, wouldn't you just so much rather be signing autographs next to your best friend on the team than a stranger?
It felt like everyone we asked said the person sitting next to them.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense. I do forget who said it, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, you'd want to be next to your person. And even just seeing when we were at Pluckers for trivia last month, 2 months ago, whenever that was, Diego Rubio and Ilie wanted to stay together. And then we saw them again.
They were the photos together.
They were the photos together. And clearly, like, they have a rapport. They have a friendship. If we had asked them, they definitely would have said each other, right?
Sure.
So I think that is like a clear indicator that it's not just because they were sitting next to each other that they said the person next to them.
I think it helped.
I think it helped, but I do think it's part of the seating arrangement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is my actual favorite part of the whole day. We ask poor Guilherme Biru.
MLS All-Star
Guilherme
Biru.
You're
Please
right.
put some respect on his name.
You're right. We ask him, if you were a dog, what kind of dog would you be?
We had to know.
We had to know because
asking the hard questions.
we all thought, it's been on this show for a long time that he is a golden retriever. We were corrected that he is a Doberman. So we had to go straight to the source.
Yeah.
Biru, if you were a dog. Now, we did have to go through Mirto translated for us. Mike re-asked in Spanish, and then Mirto said some things.
Helped out.
Yeah, he helped out. He is so sweet. Mirto is such a
good
glue.
dude.
Yeah. Biru was so confused.
But then finally he got it, and he looked at us and he goes, Pichibu.
Pichibu.
So it took me a very long time
I got it instantly.
to realize that he was saying a pit bull,
Yeah,
which is perfect.
dead on. I mean,
Gigantic smile, check.
yep.
Loves his people, check. Always down to play.
You mess with him, bye.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect answer.
I did think it was funny that as Mirtu was repeating the question, he answered for Biru and said Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And he was so pleased with himself to make that joke too.
And Biru was not.
No, I don't think Biru likes a Chihuahua. But yeah, so you have it from us, straight from the Pitbull's
source.
mouth. Pitbull is my favorite dog.
Yep.
So
Guilherme Biru, favorite player.
All-star.
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. All-Star Mr. Worldwide.
That's all-star Pitbull to you. I just think it's such a perfect mix of that golden retriever and Doberman energy.
Yep.
And that made me so happy to hear that, just because now I know that Biru loves pit bulls. Because why would you say you're the kind of dog if you don't like that kind of dog?
That's a good call.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we should invite him over to our house so he can meet our hero, Biru.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Then we got to Spot Talk. And
this, I think, was the biggest surprise to me.
Same. We asked him who his best friend is on the team. And he said...
I loved the moment of reflection, too. Like, he was so, like, who... Oh, gosh, I have too many friends.
Too many friends.
I can't pick.
And that made me so pleased because, like, for a man who's been kind of portrayed as cold and serious, right? Like, he's just a gentle angel.
Yeah. It goes to what everyone has said about him being one of the funniest players on the team and, like, having some of the best personality.
Yep.
And it was just so sweet. It was great.
It was great. Sitting next to him was Nico Dupersarski, who we congratulated on his new beautiful dog, as we told y'all last week. He got a new dog.
So excited.
So excited. And everyone else.
Yes, everyone, like, and me, oh, like the whole table.
So clearly he has been...
Look at my dog.
Exactly. Which fits. Like,
Yeah.
he is a puppy dog.
Yeah, he's a sweet dog dad.
Yeah. Really excited for him. We'll talk a little bit more about him later on in our social section, but I love his little face. We also got to chat with Jean, and we said, did you all know? We said this a couple times. Did y'all know that we have a podcast where we rate everyone's fashion as they enter for home games?
And John was like, oh, really?
Yeah. And we told him that he's always killing it in the fashion game.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, man, I'm going to tell everyone to step it up.
Yeah, it was fun. He was super nice. He had his little macchiato next to him. Espresso macchiato. We should have asked him to do the dance.
Yeah. Do you
He's
think
a
he
Euro
knows
boy.
it?
Oh, guaranteed. Like
I
all
don't
of
know
those Euro boys love Eurovision.
Oh man, Jean just seems like too cool.
Do you think he's trying
for
to be
Euro-
too American?
I just think he's trying to be too cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we should ask anyway next time. So that was the field club. It was awesome. Set the tone for a really great day. We went up to the upstairs.
What's it called now? The Sci Play Sports Bar.
Yep.
Is that right?
I think so.
I don't know. It's the one where the air conditioning is.
Yep.
For the alcohol outside.
Right.
And up there we had Brendan Heinzike and John Gallagher taking photos. We had Nikki Bolocco and Osman Bukhari taking photos, and a surprise Riley Thomas taking photos with them. Do you think Riley stood in line to get his photo with his friends and then just hung around after?
Yes. I'm choosing to believe that's what happened. This room
was crazy. The setup was weird. We had like the players on benches with like a little space between them, and like it was like slightly too big a space
for one person, but not big enough for two people.
Right. In the Brendan Heinzike and Galley photo, it was like too big a space for two people, but not big enough a space for three people.
Yeah.
The spacing was super awkward, but like the guys were, I mean, they were there taking pictures, you know,
yep.
like they.
Yep. We were, I think, surprised at the engagement in this room after the engagement in the first room.
Yeah.
We asked John Gallagher and Brendan Heinzike who between them is the most dad. And I don't know if they were just surprised by a question.
Or if it was like, well, the camera's up, and so we have to be smiling so that we're not in a bad photo, and so like I don't want to be mid-talk.
Right.
But like whatever it was, it felt so...
It was so awkward. Gally did say that BHI is the most dad.
Yep.
BHI did not answer. He refused to comment.
We did let them know also about our fit check segment.
Mm-hmm.
And John was like nervous.
Yes.
But like we let him know.
I told him. I said, this year you've been killing it. And he said, oh, really? And we were like, yeah. And he's like, oh, that's all my wife.
Yeah. So shout out to Peyton for helping John get dressed. I didn't realize that was part of the job, but
right.
You're doing a great job.
Then we said hello to Nikki Bolocco and Osman Bukhari, and they were very pleasant and sweet. And then I asked Riley if he was going to be at this week's trivia, and he said he was not invited back. And he said, I think it may have been performance related.
Poor guy.
So y'all cut him some slack.
Yeah.
He tried hard.
That's right.
That's all you can ask for.
Our next little segment here was inside the Lexus Club, where we had Owen, Hader, Julio, Bobby Taylor, and Mikael Dessler against the wall there signing autographs as well.
And this is where Mike's favorite moment of the day happened.
Yeah, so Owen was the first person taking autographs, and like he's so a product of like his dad's social abilities.
You think?
Yes, he's like he like so caught off guard by your question of
I think I literally looked at this boy and I said, are you taking feedback on your goal celebrations? I don't think it is a product of being Josh Wolf's son that he was taken aback by the statement / question.
That's fair. But he did roll with it, and I think this is where you're right, because he did roll with it very well. He
said,
looked
okay,
at it
yeah,
and was
what
like,
do you got?
All right, what do you got? Like,
and I said, so it's very on the nose, but I think that if you wolf howl after a goal, the entire stadium would be wolf howling with you. that like suggestion is twofold, right? Because we talked about this last week. There's been some chat about like people not liking Owen Wolf or him feeling that the club isn't maybe behind him. But like, I think just reinforcing the fact that like everyone is there for him. Like everyone's got his back and everyone is a fan of Owen Wolf. And can't speak for everyone, but I am. And so I will extend that. But like, hey, like you are a crowd favorite here. You could get the whole stadium howling.
Yeah.
His response was very pure.
This is, I think, kind of what I meant when like he's so realistic about it. He's like, well, first I got to score here. Like he's so focused on the goal, right?
Yeah.
And like you can tell he is not a guy who has ever thought about a celebration.
Right. And that goes back to what we were talking about last week when he like didn't celebrate. Maybe why that is.
Yeah.
So
why these sellies are so mid from Owen,
right,
is because he literally hasn't considered the idea of a goal celebration as like a style thing for him.
So when he scores a goal on Saturday night,
ooh yeah,
and he wolf howls,
ooh yeah,
you're all welcome.
Ooh yeah,
and y'all better wolf howl with him.
That's right.
Or else.
Up next, Steph would not talk to Julio Cascante.
That's not true.
You said, I cannot do that. You have to.
I did say you have to, but it's because I had been pulling the weight all day.
Uh-huh.
I had asked like every question and I was still practicing my Spanish in my head. So
we asked Julio who his fashion inspiration was, and another it's my wife came from him. So Jessica, great work.
Job.
Yeah. You're really pulling the weight for the team this year. You, Peyton, and Jean.
Yeah, Jean doesn't need a wife to do style. But yeah, so we told him as well that we have a podcast where we rate their fits, which in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have told Julio Cascante about this podcast. Anyway, then
maybe he'll step it up because he's been doing like black t-shirt, black pants a long time.
And it looks great.
No, it's fine. Boring.
So next up was Hader Obrian, and I asked him who his best friend on the team is, and he said Julio. Which,
like, we've seen their social interactions. We know that that's true.
Right.
When they're in the Lexus ad together, when they're everywhere together, like when they're constantly commenting on each other's stuff and like reposting each other's stories,
right.
That totally tracks.
Yeah, and I do want to shout out that he was very sweet and he seemed happy.
Yeah, I think it meant a lot that you went out of your way to speak in Spanish to him.
Yes, I think it was clear that I'm not a native Spanish speaker, which a lot of folks are.
Yeah.
Who were going to this thing. I was clearly not. I had practiced this question for 40 minutes. So.
Yeah, it reminded me of when I was teaching in Madrid and had to go to the bank to cash my paycheck. And the first couple of weeks, okay, I know what I gotta say. I'm gonna say it. And then if it went off script, I'd be like, oh no. And that happened to you.
It did. Because I was trying to tell him he could keep the sticker that we were giving him. And I was so hung up. I was saying this is for you to keep, but I didn't know the word for to keep. And I could have just said this is for you. That is a sentence.
Yeah.
That has the same meaning. He would have gotten it, but I just couldn't. I was so fixated on that one word that I didn't know. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Next up, we had Bobby Taylor and Mikael Dessler, and I wanted to know from Bobby what his next anime tattoo will be.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know, and we learned that he hasn't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet.
If you haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet, you
Pause
should.
the podcast.
Yeah.
Go watch it, and then come back with Golden stuck in your head and tell me that song isn't a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it is. But this was Mikael Dessler said that Robert Taylor is his best friend. Robert Taylor said that Mikael is his best friend. Then Mikael said, Scandinavians gotta stick together.
There was something about the way Mikael said Robert that like made me think he's lying.
Yeah.
He's
He
definitely got a different best friend, but he didn't want to let Bobby down in front of us.
I think that is what happened. It was because he didn't have an answer right away. Maybe his was the Svatak. He has too many friends. Or maybe he has no friends. Maybe he
Except
doesn't have
Svatak.
time for Sven. No, maybe he doesn't have time for friends. Only time for soccer.
In backwards baseball caps.
Soccer only.
Hmm.
That's the right but boring.
Oh, sure. Yeah. The Landon caught him.
Yeah. It was a really great event. I had a lot of fun. We didn't get to the Ilya and Diego photo setup, and we didn't get into the room with Brad and Denny and whoever else was in there. But we loved them.
Yes. And yeah, it was a really fun time. It felt a lot less chaotic than the first few years of it.
Yep.
And so that was really cool. I loved that they had the crossbar challenge going on and the like letting kids shoot on goals and stuff. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah. And the other thing that we got through the day, because we don't have anything that, besides the Rodney Red Ice prayer candle, what else do I need autographed in this world? So we got a bunch of Swoon Tower stickers signed, and shout out to friend of show Jana and friend of ours, Jana, for taking a stack of stickers and getting those signed also. So what are we going to do with all those stickers that are signed by Austin FC players? Great question.
Yeah, so what I want us to do is anyone who donates or signs up for the cornhole competition that is happening on September 19th at 6:30 to 8:30 at Hop Squad with the Bobby Jones, Chiari, and Sringo Maelia Foundation. If you donate, if you sign up for cornhole, and if you send us a screenshot of that, we will send you a Swoon Tower sticker signed by an Austin FC player.
And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Someone on this team puts a smiley face in their signature.
Yeah. And so if you do donate, if you do register to fundraise, if you sign up for cornhole, let us know. We will get that sticker out to you, or we can give it to you in person on the 19th of September at Hop Squad.
You want to take an ad break?
Let's do it.
Swoon Tower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FBF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education. And they have their own podcast called Summary Judgment. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to fef.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case. Once again, that's fef.law.
Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital and communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast because we're the best team in the world and one of our players uses a smiley face in his signature. We'll let you guess which one. Contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at www.mwcllc.com for more information.
Also, y'all, we have been killing these St. Blaise hot sauces in the house. They are so good.
Delicious.
You have to get some. I don't care if it's the Moon Tower one or if you just go to stblaineshotsauce.com and find out where they're going to be at. Most Saturdays in Sunset Valley, second Saturdays at the Market Days in Georgetown, at Parker and Scott in Austin. Just wherever you can, get this hot sauce. It's so good.
All right, we got a few social media standouts of the week. The first one came to us as a blessing in the middle of the Meet the Player event, and that is Jimmy reposting a meme of CJ Fodre on a plane in just I feel like I screenshot the story because it was too good, but like I don't even know how to explain it to you without just showing it to you. So ask me and I will show you. The caption is going into the weekend like, and it's just
DJ on a plane wearing sunglasses, leaned against the wall of the plane.
smiling like it's a smile.
It's technically a smile.
Yeah. Just ask me and I'll send you the picture. Also, a great piece of media content. John Gallagher trying to roll a coin down a table and
How?
landing it on a piece of tape.
How did they hold on to this?
It was clearly, his hair was long at the Meet the Player event and it was buzzed in this video. So this was clearly part of the media available, the media stuff at the very beginning of the season.
Right. And so if I had this gold, I would have posted it before the end of the day. I would not have been able to hold all the way until now to launch it. Incredible work by the self-restraint required by the media team to do that.
Maybe it's one of those things where, you get an email or a text that you're so excited about and you've been waiting for, and you don't want to seem too eager. So you don't respond to it immediately. And then you realize it's been 5 months and you haven't responded to it.
You think?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think I just think it's incredible. Great work. A+.
Anyway, if you want to see John Gallagher lose his mind.
Yeah.
Watch this video.
It's so good. The next thing that is so good always is Nico Dubersarsky.
Yeah, they did a little video feature on him, little interview about moving here and how it's been. I love that he says, yeah, the transition's been normal. It's the first time I ever left my country or my family or lived with my girlfriend. Oh, sounds not normal.
But it's so it's been fine.
He just is so pure.
Yeah, sweet little guy.
Mm-hmm. Also sweet.
Oh yeah. So the Saboviches posted these get me every single time. I don't know why it is, but little baby Nikes are just they hit perfectly for me and my little emotions.
Yeah.
And so when you have the dad size Nikes, the mom size Nikes, and then the baby Nikes, so cute.
Very cute.
It's just
some cute
really
little
nice
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good social media week. A little bit quiet. Everybody's been kind of resting up. Steph, I noticed you didn't talk about the Julio story where he was heading somewhere with his whole family.
Listen, I don't have the North End Podcast's speculation. These are just rumors and vibes and feelings and nothing official song to play, so I didn't want to, get myself in trouble.
Okay, that's fair. I did notice that wherever they were going
was not Chicago.
Well, wherever it is, Jessica and Anto stayed there.
Yeah. But it wasn't in Chicago, right?
I don't know.
I don't think it was Chicago.
I don't know where it is.
Anyway, you want to get into our opponent spotlight for the weekend?
Oh, yeah. So we were able to get an opponent spotlight for y'all for this weekend's upcoming match against the Houston Dynamo. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks so much to our special guest reporters to get us prepped for this Houston Dynamo match.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Marie 8790.
Yeah, so Marie 8790, what do you have to say about the team?
Too bad execs thought the 713 nights cheapened the experience, so now we have just to watch terrible games with full price beers in mostly empty stadiums. Big brain moves.
Yeah, so what Marie is talking about here, by the way, is Houston used to do $7 ticket, $1 hot dog, $3 beer night.
Oh, so that was 713?
Yeah, the area
She should have
code.
put dashes in the middle so that people making fun of her on an Austin FC podcast could read it correctly.
That's right, y'all. We are trolling Reddit again because we're not going to talk to anyone from this team. So, this whole thread was complaining that the team is too bad to pay real money for, and the reason that they are bad this year is because they aren't doing the 713 night.
Yep. It was a beer focused thread.
Yeah. KP No Swag has we need another Beers on Ben for what we've had to watch this year.
Decal333 says, Ben definitely owes us all a beer. Pat owes us a whiskey. Ted owes us a year of our lives back. We've had to watch some horrendous games.
Yeah. So for folks who don't know, Ben is Ben Olsen, the manager of the team. Apparently bought beers for the fans as a way to say sorry. Pat is Pat Onstad, the general manager of the team. People want him to buy top shelf liquor. And then Ted, of course.
Oh, they didn't say top shelf whiskey. They
You're
just
right,
said
this is
all
Houston.
whiskey. Yeah.
They'll take
yeah.
well. And then Ted is Ted Segal, the owner of the club, who is rich and isn't buying expensive enough, good enough players for the team. Now, they're not all crazy. You know, some of these people have, I think, some soccer insight into the team.
Yeah. Yeah, My Lucky Fedora says the problem seems to be that this team has an awkward combination of players who fit into that short passing and possession style and players who are better served in a more direct or vertical attack. Rather than getting the best of both worlds, what you really end up is the worst of both. And I think this is an actually fair complaint about the Dynamo this year.
It's good insight, yeah, because we see a lot of the horseshoe of sadness coming from this team. We see a lot of fast players. Lawrence Anali is back off the injured list, and he is so good. Griffin Dorsey, as always, in the attack is really charging forward, but it's not coming together for them. And I think this is a really interesting insight into why that might be.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they come here, limiting those transition opportunities and not letting Jack McGlynn have a ton of time on the ball when they're doing the horseshoe, those I think are the keys for Austin this weekend.
Yeah.
Now that said, some of them are still just crazy fans.
Yeah,
For
what
example,
did Screwtown 36er have to say?
Yeah, Screwtown 36er started a thread called "The Apple TV commentary is all of us right now."
Which, listen, Screwtown 36er, no. Because
Right,
we know how to pronounce our players' names.
Also, if that's true, yikes.
Yeah.
My guess is it's a Warren Barton game, and so you are either pro Warren Barton or you are anti Warren Barton, and there's no one in the middle who's like, yeah, he's fine. But Screwtown 36er has to say, whoever it is, he's all of us right now. It's frustrating watching this style of play and tactics that Olsen and his coaching staff are using. Like, for example, the defender/backline keep playing it out the back, or pass it back to the keeper, and the defending on corner kicks and some set pieces. SMH.
That they were using restraint when they didn't say SMDH.
It's true. It's true.
So this is really a mature observation.
Yeah. Brutal. So Houston is in 11th place in the West right now. And
Could be worse.
It could be worse. They have a -9 goal differential, and they have won twice since the end of May. This is a team that we should absolutely be beating at home on Saturday.
And yet I'm nervous.
That's right, because what we've learned from LAFC and LA Galaxy matches over the course of forever is that rivalry games, nothing matters.
Nothing matters. Everything's different.
And so we've got to be out there. We've got to be supporting the boys. We've got to be making it a hard time in Austin for Houston for sure. So
I'm
Steph,
excited to get back in the stadium, though. It feels like it's been forever.
it's been a very long time. I don't know how long it's been.
It's been 84 years.
That feels right. And so let's do this. Let's do this at home. Let's get ourselves back in the race for Copa Tejas. And let's show Houston who's boss.
Yeah. All right, Mike, you ready to wrap this thing up?
I think so, Steph.
The man of my jersey this week is a man we all know and love. An Austin FC legend and a birthday boy, Ethan Finley. Yesterday, August 6th, was Ethan Finley's birthday, and also my birthday. Oh, look at that. Ethan Finley has been making brand partnerships left and right this year as
He's
a
been doing work.
brand ambassador or whatever he is for the team. And it's just so great to still have him here. Ethan, we love you. Happy birthday.
Come on our show.
Yeah. Tell
If
us
you're-
how you make those magics happen.
Yeah, if you're listening now, I want to know about Delta.
Yeah, if you're listening, can you get us some free flights?
Also, should I switch my loyalty from American to Delta? Anyone, actually, if you're listening and can tell me that, let me know.
Thank you all so much for listening. If you like what we're doing here, please remember to rate, review, subscribe, and share this show out to all of your friends, your enemies,
Your moms. And also, maybe go to the Patreon, patreon.com/moontowersoccer, and feel free to put money in that, because it we have regular jobs, but it does feel nice to see that part of it too.
Yeah.
And if you don't have money to do that, don't do that.
Right.
But maybe if you know someone richer than Ray Romano who could buy the show from Ray,
Mm-hmm.
that would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. We're looking at probably a cool $1 to $2 million to buy out Ray Romano.
Yeah. That's probably what it would take.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you know someone with that kind of money, tell them to email Landon and Jeremiah. I guess also and Ray Romano. All right.
We love you.
Bye.
I will marry Chewy's
Yeah.
because they love Chew Boom Boom sauce.